Mike Reis with 2011 Saluki Hall of Fame inductee Kelly Firth Hatfield. Congratulations. Is this a big moment for you?
It is. It's very exciting. It almost doesn't seem real to me. It's just not, you know, when I was here I felt like a role player, so for me to be honored individually is really a...
Role player, an important role player. Throw the ball inside.
Well, you know, that's maybe how you guys saw it, but as you know, as a team,
yeah.
we really shared a lot of things together, and on the court I think we did the same thing. I don't think we really had a lot of individuals, especially in my later years. Of course, when I first got here, it was Amy Rakers. So
sure.
Yeah.
Your teams were very, very good, weren't they? And you had 2 NCAAs, freshman and junior year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment?
Oh gosh, it's funny. I sat down with Coach Beck this afternoon, and we were kind of talking about some of our favorite moments, and there were so many. You know, I do remember we played, winning at Colorado. I think that might have been my favorite moment when Carrie Rediker hit that shot at the buzzer. Junior year, that was phenomenal. So that was probably, and I think, you know, Coach Beck and I, when we talked about that, that's something we'll never forget. So
what are some, when you and your teammates talk, what are games that you talk about? What are moments that you talk about that you might want to share with us at this time?
You know, it's funny. It seems like we talk a little bit about games, but it seems like we talk more about practices. And oh, do you remember when Coach Scott did this in practice, or Coach Beck did this, or you know, some funny moment that we had on the bus as we were traveling to and from games. Those are kind of the things that really you remember. I think one of the biggest losses we had is when we played down at Southwest Missouri State, and we lost, and it was a heartbreaking loss, and their gym was full. It's funny, I talked to Coach Beck, we said we were depressed for like weeks after that. So it was really hard, but you know, every moment that you know you think about with the team is just such a wonderful time. I mean, everything was so great about my 4 years here.
Who, Kelly, was important to you at Southern? Who were the people that you leaned on?
You know, probably my coaching staff, Coach Scott and Coach Beck. You know, they were with me throughout all 4 years. We had other coaches that came in and definitely played a role, but Coach Scott and Coach Beck were kind of, you know, the main focus my whole 4 years. You know, being away when you're at school, I think they were kind of like family to me. And then my teammates, of course.
Were you heavily recruited?
I was not heavily recruited. I was kind of, nobody really knew about me. And when I talked to Coach Scott before I came here, she talked about that when she came to Prairie State games, that no one had really seen me or knew much of me, and you know, at that point I'd already signed, so she was like, "Oh, she's mine," and you guys didn't know about her. So I was not heavily recruited. So
you're number 19 in points now. You were 13 when you left, when your career when you graduated. You're still number 5 in rebounds. Did you get everything out of your college career, Kelly, that you could have?
I did. You know, of course, everybody, you know, if we could have won more or made it to, you know, more NCAA championships, that would have been great. But, you know, as far as the whole experience and what I learned and what I can use now in my life, I had the whole experience. It was wonderful.
Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Hall of Famer.
Thank you.
Kelly Firth Hatfield.